So what about the decision to make the project into two banners? In terms of material, why two banners for a project like this?
I chose two banners because I originally had my work on a wall. It was going to be a piece of like a wall piece, directly written on it, as opposed to on a, piece of vinyl, vinyl banner, I guess. But this whole situation made me have to think about what other thing would be a valid and useful place to write on. And I figured with these vinyl banners, they could theoretically move. Just like they could go outside of the house, they can go in a park, they can go on a beach, like a little private beach, like they can go different places, they can travel. So just like words travel. So it's not so much you're looking at a wall and you see it and you go, oh, okay. It's kind of like graffiti, maybe, but it's more like, oh, this can be moved. Since it can be moved, where can I move it? Where would this be? It kind of also provokes the thought of not just mental health, but like I say things everywhere. And if I move these banners, will this have a different impact? Will this maybe change how one society or one group of people will see how they say things or what they say and just become more aware of it? Because it can stay in the house. It can easily be packaged up in a box and sent somewhere else.
Do you have plans to perhaps take the banners out and hang them in different places once we get past this social distancing phase?
I'm considering it. If I did hang them up somewhere, it'd probably be like a park, maybe like towards the entrance or like an entrance to like a private beach. Just kind of, when you walk in, you kind of see it and you go, oh, what's this? And then you kind of look at it and then you maybe start feeling either positive things or negative things, depending on where you look, or both. And it would just be interesting to maybe even record, like, sit next to it and just kind of keep in mind like how people react to it.
It sounds like you're approaching this project uh, as a message project, like trying to get a message out there. But on the flip side of that, I also wonder if the project itself and the act of creating the banners served any kind of therapeutic purpose for you, for you personally.
I actually started with the negative things in the semicolon itself, and I found that after I would write everything down or as much as I could within a certain time frame, I felt drained. I felt exhausted. I felt sad because, like, some of those things were personally said to me. Some of those things I've heard, and it just makes me sad to think about. But then when I got to the more positive things, I found I myself felt happier. I felt more excited. I was just, it was just more, I don't know, it just, the difference in just writing the negative things versus the positive things was very interesting to just notice this because I didn't think that that would happen. I thought it would just be, got to get this message out there. I want this message, not, wow, I'm going to start feeling things too. And kind of understanding myself a little bit more and maybe other people.
And it sounds like there is an urge in the work to explore the idea of writing as catharsis. And to me, that is a very fertile idea that could go in a lot of different directions. You mentioned earlier that you have an interest in counseling and psychology, and I wonder if in moving forward beyond graduation, do you imagine using some of your background in art to maybe move in a direction where you could combine art and therapy in some
I
way?
think I'm going to consider art therapy. If I can get involved in that and understand how exactly it can help people, I feel like that's the direction I would like to go.